Let's say that we're only interested in hooking up. Sorry, really not interested. I'm going to head home now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of the Joy of Life Legacy Challenge. I am here with Emilia. She's just doing a little bit of baking, getting a few other items prepped because we will hopefully be starting off today's episode with a bake sale. One thing that was cute is our roommate came over and gifted us this horse sculpture, which I thought was very sweet of her. And we also have this snow globe. I think I ended up cutting this out of the last episode, but we did pick that up on our way home after we were out partying for New Year's. It is actually the first day of spring and it is the Sunday directly after New Year's, but it is 5 p.m. already. Emilia did sleep through a good portion of the day after her late night out. So that does mean that we will probably be doing quite a late bake sale, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. People need their treats at any time of the day. And the fact that people only buy single servings just goes to show that I think this is going to be a lot more versatile. It's not like they need to buy their tray of cupcakes at the beginning of the day for a party or anything. So I did take a look around, and we do have a community center that's not too far away from us. And I think on a Sunday, especially a Sunday evening, a community center would probably have lots of activities, maybe some sports, maybe some art classes, things like that, where there will be lots of people in and out. And I do think that that would be a great opportunity for us to try and sell our baked goods. So I'm going to pack us all up and then we're going to head over there and set up our table and see if we can sell anything. Okay, so we're here at the Willow Creek Rec Center. And as you can see, there's lots of space for different activities. There is a gym. There's sort of like a hangout area with computers and games. There is a big communal kitchen. And then upstairs, there is an art room and a music room and stuff like that. And then there's vending machines. So this does seem like the kind of place where there would be activities over the weekend. And I do think it's a great place for us to set up. And usually, I think when there's a bake sale at a location like this, it would usually be kind of like in the hallway. So everyone at all the different activities could access. It does look like, though, I don't think we're going to be able to fit our table in the middle of the hallway. So I think we're going to have to set up outside. But that's okay. That is okay. We'll definitely be catching everyone as they come in and out. So I think that this is perfect. And it's a great way to kind of get to know the community and also just to let them know that, you know what, we're a local baker. Maybe we have a business card or something set up. So if people do want to hire us to bake for their wedding or bake for a social event that they have coming up, they could maybe grab one of those. Also, having our bake sale here, it is going to run food sales from 2 different lots. Here we have our first customer. Let's see if we can convince them to buy something off the bat. And I want to pick the most expensive item, which is still this orange fruit roll. So let's see if we can get her to buy that. I'm going to let Emilia do her own sales pitch here because mine was not too good that I tried to do on her behalf. I don't like, though, that we've kind of turned our back to the table. Like, I guess people are coming around this side to talk to us, but like we need to focus on the customers, not just on like this lady. We sold some pie. That's great. We're like, hi, we're a small women-owned business. If you want to support local, don't forget to take a business card on your way. I don't think Aubrey's here to buy. I feel like Aubrey is here to cause drama. Oh no, she bought finally a cookie. Okay. Thank goodness. That was a lot of work to get her to buy a measly cookie. Oh, we sold an orange roll. Good. That's like our most expensive item. I'm wondering if we should consider maybe increasing our markup. Can we get the marketable skill just yet? Yeah. Oh my gosh, we can. Okay. So we have 2,010 points, which means that we should be able to purchase this one. So marketable Sims sell items they've crafted for more simoleons. This was recommended per the challenge rules. I didn't cheat it onto her. I wanted us to be able to purchase it with aspiration points. Hopefully this will help us just to be a little bit more successful. Man, there's lots of Sims here. I feel like we still haven't successfully convinced anyone to buy though. Yeah, we're still at 2 out of 5. I feel like they've gone inside now with their snacks and stuff and people are like, whoa, where'd you get that? They're like, there's a food stand out front. You should go check it out. And so more and more people are coming. I'm still really struggling to convince anyone to buy anything, but I'm going to try one more time here on this lady. So it looks like convince to buy doesn't work every time. And our brother is here again. Oh, he's so supportive. He always shows up whenever we're having a sale. What is this? Satisfied customer from selling an excellent quality meal. Emilia's meal seems to be making everyone's day. Aw, cute. Look, she's so proud. She's like, oh, people are really loving it. They're loving the food and that makes me happy. She's like, food's always brought joy into my life and I'm glad to be spreading that joy into other people's lives. I do really admire that these people are out at like 11 p.m. on a Sunday, willing to check out our table. Hurry up, last chance. We're going to be packing up shortly. Entrepreneur skill acquired. Emilia started building fledgling entrepreneur skills through hustling to build this skill. Fame, but mostly fortune await. Nice. Good job. All right, let's clear the table and then we'll put this in our inventory and then we're going to head home. So we can take a look here at our food sales. Mimi Sweets made $178. So not amazing. We sold 3 mushroom waffles for $30, 4 fruit pie for $26, 3 peanut butter cookies for $56, 2 orange fruit rolls for $50. Obviously, that was a really good one to make. 2 cereal marshmallow squares for $6. And 1 Black Forest Gâteau for $10. I mean, those peanut butter cookies, actually, they sold for quite a bit too. So maybe we need to make more orange rolls and more peanut butter cookies, and we're going to focus on a couple of those for now. SN Bank weekly interest rate has been calculated on interest-bearing accounts. So we've made 101 simoleons. We've made 1 simoleon from our $100 investment into our bakery. Now, I did talk about 50% of our goods going into our savings. So we made $178. That's probably like, let's just say $80. It's a little bit less, but we still have expenses and we want to furnish our house and stuff. So let's go to our banking app. We're going to go to our savings account. Oh, we can set up direct deposits for various income streams. I wonder, can we automatically from career royalties, marketplace sales? Yes, let's do that. Let's do 20% of our marketplace sales for now. We'll get auto added into our savings. That is amazing. That's actually really good that we can do that. And then can we also, we'll transfer from our household funds and we will do 80 from the previous bake sale. That's 50%. So $80 has been put away, but $20 should automatically be applied from every single sale into that account, which is great. And Emilia found a piece of pie floating outside. So she decided to eat that for breakfast. Let's see if we can do a quick like morning neighborhood bake sale. We'll do it and let's grab some of this stuff to sell. Let's see if we can sell off the remaining items. And I am going to mark up again. So, we were at 0%. Oh my gosh, I thought we were at 50%. I'm going to mark up 75% today. I was shocked that we only made $100. I felt like we did better than our first sale. And I think we made like $400 at that one. So no wonder I had the markup so low. I didn't realize. That's why I was like, I don't know if we could actually realistically afford to put 50% away for every bake sale. Like I might have to be a little bit more conservative there and go for 20. I almost want to mark up to 100%, but we're going to keep it at 75 for now. We're still kind of making a name for ourselves. Oh, people are looking a little upset. Maybe sweets will help make your day a little better. He's like, it looks so. Honestly, try the orange fruit cake. It is the most popular. You won't be disappointed. And citrus is a mood enhancer. I almost feel like when we do this, people actually like just don't buy. I don't know if the convince to buy is like glitched or something. It worked the first couple times we used it, but it's not working at all today. It's like backfiring. If anything, they take way longer to buy anything. I can't believe I forgot my key. I swear it won't happen again. I'm so glad you came by. Oh, okay. Did we help her out? Yeah, it looks like we did. Okay, good. So we did manage to finish selling everything. So I'm going to go ahead and end our food sale. A great job, Emilia. We managed to sell 108 simoleons today. I think maybe we should consider going on another date. All right, so let's take a look at our dates. And per the vote, by the way, thank you to everyone who did participate in that vote. But per the vote, almost everyone thought that Emilia should have a say and should be allowed to swipe if we want to pick somebody else. I wish we could see a little bit of their profile rather than just kind of like their picture here. Now, this guy seems fine, but just because I have the power to, I think I'm going to request another match. Okay, so this guy looks cute. I saw that we matched on Meet and Mingle. Who am I to question fate? Instead, I'll ask you on a date. Hey, that's exactly what Father Winter said to us, but we're going to go ahead and meet this guy. His name is Leslie. Let's check out this 242 Main Street restaurant. It doesn't seem to have a particular name, so it looks like the name is just the address, which usually to me, I think when a restaurant names itself its address, that means it's kind of bougie. Oh my gosh, it's really cute. So I think it is meant to look like there's apartments on top and then the main level are businesses. And actually, there's potentially an opening in this building for another business over here, unless this is meant to be apartments too. But I think this is like a storefront. And it looks like here they've got, I think this is a Chinese restaurant is what it's meant to be. And then this is sort of like the restaurant, the 242 Main Street restaurant. It doesn't actually look as fancy as I would have thought. And look, even here, it looks like a true alleyway. And then out back, there's like parking and fire escapes and stuff. This is really cute. I like it a lot. Let's go ahead and say hi to Leslie. We'll give him a cheerful introduction, and it looks like they're both getting positive first impressions of each other, but let's just take a closer look here. Oh, and he thinks we're attractive. Oh my gosh, already we're off to a better start than last time. And we got a sentiment right away. You're so fun to be around. I really enjoy spending time with you, and I hope you feel that way about me too. So let's take a look here. What does she think? Oh no, we actually got a negative sentiment. We think he's unreliable, but he thinks we're responsible. I mean, opposites can attract, but we do think he's basic looking and we only seem to have neutral chemistry with him. So we don't seem like particularly interested, but let's start by ordering a bit of food. And oh my gosh, we're actually so uninterested that we're chatting with the neighbors, which is kind of funny. Okay, so luckily that neighboring table left because I do think it was quite distracting to us. Let's see if we can get to know each other a little bit. And he's romantic. Let's ask him about our chemistry together. I do think he finds us attractive. Emilia doesn't find him so attractive though, but looks aren't everything. And even a first impression is not everything. That can always change. So maybe as we get to know him, it looks like we're having pleasant conversations. So that's good. I think I find you rather charming. Maybe we could be a match. So he is interested in us. So we'll give him a little bit of a chance. Maybe we can give him a little bit of a flirt. Just try it out and see how it goes. He has the lover personality archetype. Leslie shows signs of the lover personality archetype. Lover Sims crave intimacy, live to experience pleasure, and are very passionate. Nonetheless, with their desire to evoke love in others, they risk losing their own identity and appear shallow. Interesting. Okay, I did see some hearts flying there, but we actually didn't gain any romance at all, which is kind of interesting. I think Emilia is open to having fun, with Sims and not looking into anything serious. That was something that we defined about her when we made her profile. I think that the question is, how do we approach that in terms of her love life? Do we want to be attracted to a Sim before, we woohoo with them, or like what are we looking for in that? And then also we do know that at some point we have to become pregnant. How are we going to do that as well? Do we maybe want to make a little bit of a storyline? Like maybe Emilia was told that she's infertile, so maybe she's a little bit less cautious in terms of birth control or something. Like she's not on the pill or anything because she believes she's infertile anyway. So she would use other methods obviously to make sure that she's still practicing safety in the bedroom, but maybe it's something like that where she's a little bit less concerned about becoming pregnant and maybe somehow she was misdiagnosed with a condition or something where she believes that she's infertile, but she actually isn't. I think for today, what I'm going to do is if it looks like it's headed in that direction, maybe we can do a little bit of woohoo with him. I'm not going to make it an option where we can get pregnant just yet. But I am curious to know your thoughts. So I will do another poll. Do we want to go with the storyline where maybe Emilia believes that she's infertile for whatever reason? Maybe she was misdiagnosed with something. Maybe doctors told her that her chances of pregnancy were low or none and they got it wrong. And so we have the option to get pregnant at any point, because obviously if we were to get pregnant now, it is a little bit more of a struggle and it would be more of a challenge for us. Or do we kind of wait a little bit on the pregnancy and focus more on the baking and the bakery side of things? What do we want to see for Emilia? So I'm going to put a poll, and you can also leave a comment as well. That's what I'm going to be asking for this week. So they are starting to get a little bit of a flirt bar. It says it's too early to tell, but there could definitely be something there. They're getting a lot of hearts back and forth, and we have some suggestive conversation. She just blew some kisses at him. I'm not doing anything here. It looks like he's very into it though. I also am noticing that our food is taking a long time. So what's going on there? I wonder, what are we doing in the kitchen? We're not pulling food out of the trash, are we? Oh no. What's he doing? Why is he digging through the trash? That's never a good sign at a restaurant. All right, we're going to take a little bit of break to go to the bathroom, but look, he's thinking about woohoo. Leslie definitely thinks he's getting some action after this date. Okay, our food will be there when we get back from the bathroom, at least. That's good. What's the quality? Normal, normal, normal. Okay, well, at least it's not bad. But for Emilia, normal quality is not very good for her. She is a foodie, which means that she appreciates high quality food only. Oh, whoa. We're drinking, but somehow our head is like in our torso. She lost the top half of her body. Okay, so we're done. I'm gonna end the meal and pay the bill. And I don't know what to do about Emilia's lack of torso. I'm gonna try and reset her, and hopefully that works. If I travel, let's see if this helps. I think we're gonna go out somewhere. Maybe we can go to a karaoke bar or something. Yeah, let's go to the Tiger's Den and let's hope that the rest of Emilia reappears there. If not, I'm gonna have to see if I can figure out what's wrong. Okay, so I removed I had tried this new like default body and I think maybe that was what was glitching. So I removed it and we loaded back in. We're here, we're at the karaoke bar. It looks very cute. I'm very excited to check it out. This one I did get off the gallery as well. So let's see what it's all about in here. It looks like these two know where they're headed. So are they just going straight for the karaoke? I think they are. Oh my gosh. Look at these two. She's just getting right to it, singing a little bit of karaoke. He's not even joining her. She wanted to try right away and sing a little. This is so funny. He's just like standing next to her. He's like, okay, you go for it. Oh my gosh, these are huge karaoke rooms. Oh, I really think you're meant to come here like with a party or something. And then there's like a dance floor outside. Okay. And then down here's the bar. It looks very cool too. I really like the way this place is decorated. It's really nice. Oh, and there's some smaller karaoke rooms down here. They just went ahead. Maybe it's not very busy. It's a Tuesday. It's probably one of their less busy days. So they were able to just come over here and take one of these bigger rooms. He definitely doesn't want to sing karaoke anyways. Okay, noted, Leslie, noted. Why don't we come down and order a couple of drinks? Maybe we'll chat a little bit more, get to know each other a little better. I did see we have the first kiss option already with him, and that's after like just a little bit of flirting at their meal. It looks like they're going to continue flirting here. So we're going to give him a kiss for sure. You know, we might just end the night with the kiss. I think from Emilia's perspective, you know, she's like, okay, well, he could be a little bit of fun, but I don't think she's looking for anything too serious with him. Let's say that we're only interested in hooking up. We'll make that clear with him. She's going to tell him, oh, he looks upset by that. Sorry, really not interested. I'm going to head home now. What? That was not the vibe I was getting. I did not get the vibe at all that he was interested in more like he's a romantic, he loves love. Is he really looking for something more serious? And he's just going to leave before we can even... Emilia doesn't really seem bothered. She's like, okay, cool. You do you. I think he left. She's thinking about babies. Okay, let's head home on that note. I mean, I thought that date was actually going quite well, but clearly I was wrong. It's 6 a.m. also. We've been out like all night. Man, when are we ever going to sleep in this challenge? It's going to be tough. We're going to be selling baked goods by day. We're going to be going on dates by night. Okay, so Emilia's up. She's actually just making herself an omelet, but we just got invited by Arthur to go to GeekCon, so I think we should join him. Arthur is the sim that was busking when we did our bake sale downtown, and we were interested in becoming friends with him. Okay, here's GeekCon. It's on this side. Cool. Well, let's chat with him. Just see how he's doing. Oh, where'd he go? He just disappeared. I was just trying to talk to him. Oh my gosh, that's so weird. I think he left for work. I think he has a job and he like left right away for work. Oh my gosh, that's so unfortunate. But you know what? We're here. Maybe we can call somebody else out. You know what? Let's call Leslie out. Obviously, yesterday ended on a bad note. He's not too happy that we just want to potentially hook up with him. At the same time, though, he's unreliable. He's a romantic sim. He has sort of that romance personality archetype. So I am surprised that he's looking for something so serious. Leslie also is not showing up. Like, I've called him twice. Both times it said he would be right over, and he's not here. But Emilia is enjoying herself a little bit of TV. So that's cool. We are hungry. Whoa. So let's see if we can order, maybe we'll order like a veggie burger. I don't know if we're like super interested in any of the other stuff. Oh my gosh, Leslie is here. Oh, thank goodness. He actually did show up. He didn't completely ghost us. Oh, and he's giving us a hug. Oh, that's nice. Cool. Okay, so he didn't ghost us completely. And they're chatting. He's chatting with us like everything is normal. He doesn't seem as upset about whatever happened yesterday. Oh, but this guy's gonna go. Bartels. He read the room. Oh, and Leslie's actually sliding over to get a little closer. Oh. And now he's walking away. Let's see if we can get a little bit of the romance back up. I am going to see if I can like try for our first kiss again. I feel like this is the continuation of our date last night. Like, you know, he did leave in a little bit of a huff, but maybe he's had a bit of a sleep and he's kind of like, oh, maybe I was a little harsh. He's still like interested in a little bit of casual fun. And also maybe there's a part of him too that's like, well, once we get to know each other, you know, who knows what will happen. So we're going to go ahead and have our first kiss. Aw, I mean, that was like very sweet. And then I do think before the festival is over, maybe we can do a little bit of woohoo. Yeah, see, look, he's like very into it. He knows where we stand, but he's still open to doing some woohoo. So I don't know. I think that that's a sign that he understands and he's taking it in stride, Leslie is. We're young, we're single. We don't want to, you know, commit to anything too serious too quickly. This is actually where I will end the part. But what I want your input on is, how are we going to play Leslie's pregnancy? Are we going to make it so that she could potentially get pregnant at any point? Are we going to play it like maybe she believes she's infertile and so she doesn't think that she could become pregnant, which is why she's, you know, maybe not as cautious? Or do we want to save the accidental pregnancy for a little bit later in the Let's Play? So maybe we do sort of put her on birth control and then we'll sort of work it into the story a little bit later, how she becomes pregnant. So let me know. Make sure to share your feedback in the poll that I will put in a pinned comment, or you can also leave a comment if you have other thoughts or things you'd like to see. And thank you so much for all of the positive feedback I've gotten on this series as well. It's great to see so many of you that are very excited to follow along on Emilia's journey. So I hope that you continue to enjoy the series, and I will see you next time. Bye.